Hi, I'm Zach, and in today's video we're going to talk about the two most important rear delt exercises that you can use for shoulder pain, impingement, also tears. And we're going to show you a client that I've worked with for now 3 months. He had severe shoulder pain, wasn't able to do anything for 2 years, and now we got him out of pain, and we're going to show you the two advancements that we're going to use on him in order to take him to another level with his shoulder. So he's gotten to a certain point now, and now we're going to show you how to advance and what mistakes he's making in order to really fix his shoulder fully. So that's where he could get, because he couldn't get the rotation. Now go ahead. All right, he's not totally fixed yet. We got more to do, but you can see it's improving. How much stretching do we do?
No stretching?
No stretching at all. Okay, go ahead and put it down. And you were able to swing, and you played baseball the other day or something?
Yeah.
How many years, or how many months or years has it been since you were not able to throw or go play baseball or golf?
I haven't golfed yet, but baseball and swinging has been a problem since surgery 2 years ago.
So we've been working together for almost 3 months, and now you're able to go play.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's still not where I want. I'm going to show you today one of the, we talk about that thumb down raise. I'm actually going to be changing the technique, modifying it to a better version. It's easier to teach. You can keep your trap down better when you do it. We're going to show you that today because we went back to this one on him, and there's another hole in his game of how weak it is in that rear delt area. And you can see the right versus the left how weak it is. So let's take a look at this new one so they can understand. And babe, just get a little bit lower, and we're going to show the line in the arm. So with this technique, don't worry about this right now.
Okay.
He's just going to open himself, put both legs like a surfboard, and he's going to open his hip up, 45-degree angle. Now there's 3 levels to this, okay? So we're going to show you, this is level 1 here. It's going to be the knuckle of your pointer finger in line with your belt line, okay? And that's the line he's going to move on. So notice how this is flat here, and then he's moving on that belt line region. And this is where he can keep his trap down, correct?
Yep.
And if you come too high, the trap's going to lift, all right? So we need to go right where he can keep it. So that's pretty good. Now, let's see if he's ready now. Let's move it up. And now we're going to go pinky finger, knuckle, in line with the belt line, and see if he can keep his trap. So that's good. And see how he's moving on an angle this way, because that's the way his belt line, we're moving on that belt line. So that's pretty good. And that's 3 pounds. And if we look, that's pretty good. So we're looking at the back of his rear delt right here. There's some development, but he's staying in control of his trap. That's what matters. Right about there. And notice how he's not coming up super high. He's just coming up just a little bit below his shoulder. As it gets better, if it comes up too high, go ahead, come up too high. You see the trap? So he's not ready for that. Go ahead. Good. Okay, take a break and let me show him. So if we look at my left side here, and I'm going to build that up to him with like 5 pounds, and I'll show you the higher level here. So this is 6. But we're here like this. I'm going to take that 45. So he's here. You see I'm moving on that angle of my belt line here with my pinky, and I'm moving on this angle here. Okay? But look, I can come up all the way to here, and you see I can keep my trap down. So when he comes, he's coming to about here. He's below his shoulder. If he comes up to his shoulder, that lifts. So we know he's going to try to get 5 pounds and come up. His elbow's going to come up to the top of his shoulder. Now, here's the next level. Once you can do that, then you take your pinky and you line it up with your belly button, and now that's the highest level. And I can bring it up to my shoulder, and maybe you come here because this is where your trap doesn't lift, and then eventually you get up to here. And when I'm doing this, all I feel is my rear delt absolutely getting destroyed. This is all you want to feel is right here. You don't want to feel on the front of the shoulder. You don't want to feel your trap just there. I'm just ripping into that. The other thing is you don't want to get here. There's nothing wrong with this, but this puts it on stretch. So you can really lengthen the whole fiber of the rear delt. So this is what and then as you get better, and you get that connection, then you can start doing that thumb down raise. So this is what you're gonna see in the app, this evolution of the thumb down raise. It's gonna be called single arm reverse fly, SA reverse fly. You'll see that in the next couple weeks. Here's a preview. So show them, let's see how you do with 6 pounds.
On that side?
Okay, I just want you guys to see what happens. We're gonna take them, good. Now let's look at his trap, go ahead. You see, automatically it lifts. So he's not ready for that. There's no way. And let's take him to the higher level. Let's go pinky and watch how much trap he gets. Look, he's not ready.
It's immediate.
It's immediate. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to, that's how I know the thumb down raise, I helped a lot of people with it. But this is instantaneous. You can feel it automatically in the rear delt. And that's why we're moving towards this, because I don't have to have anxiety every time I'm teaching somebody. I can go absolutely insane because I can't get them to feel the right spot. Now it's instant.
Seeing your delt fire on that, you could totally see it.
So let's look too at the back of his rear delt versus mine. Let's see. On my left side, I didn't have a rear delt when I started, but let's go behind, babe, so they can see it here. So this is what we're trying to develop right here. It's almost like a little triangle. Look at how underdeveloped that is, right? So, and now let's do the other side. Yeah, I mean, the thickness difference is almost, this one's almost 4 fingers thick. On the other one, it's probably 2 fingers thick of just it's from here to here. The other one was like from here to here. So you can see, and if it comes up and really flexes into it, look at that. So that's what we're looking at right there. Pretty good. All right, rest. Show the other side one more time. Yeah, so come up and flex it a little bit right there. So look, like, you know, the other one was almost like 4 fingers thick. This one's, it's like, there's like nothing. So this is one of the reasons why when he comes back, so show him like what happens to your trap. And we talked about this in other videos, like when you pull back, like how this one comes up. So like when you pull back, if he tries to pull back, go ahead, pull back as far as you can with your elbows. What do you feel like happens? Do you feel like this?
Yeah, this shoulder is, I can't get the shoulder down and keep the elbow up, like.
Good. And so if we look, yeah, that's good right there. That's about where you need to be.
I don't have any control over it.
Yep, that looks good right there. And now you can feel, now that looks equal with the mid traps. Mm-hmm. So this is one of his problems. So again, once I get him to the higher levels where he's moving it up farther and he can keep his trap down in this position, then when he comes here, he's going to be able to grab that rear delt and be able to sink in. And then he can start building up his mid trap. Because if we look, go ahead, turn around. Let's see how the lighting is that way. Go ahead and pull back. So look at the difference between the mid traps. Okay? Now, I can't attack that mid trap because when I do, every time he goes to do any type of mid trap work, his upper trap will take over. Okay? So look at how underdeveloped that mid trap is. So we have to build this first, keeping his shoulder down. And then what will happen is this will start grabbing and building. But if he just comes up and he shrugs every time, then all he's going to do is he's going to get his levator and he's going to get more of his upper trap. It's more the levator that really takes over and dominates this position here. So that's how we're going to ultimately fix him. So I'm going back in time to the thumb down raise. We're alternating that technique. And now we're going to be able to correct that problem. And some people that aren't as extreme as him, the thumb down raise works and it fixes them and then I can get them to develop all this. But now we have a better tool in our arsenal that I can just start with people right from the get-go and get them fixed even faster. So this is another one, and talk about how you're achieving this one.
I kept going pulling my shoulders back on these poles here. But the problem is that when I would pull up, without this pole here, I wasn't following this plane here.
And we gotta keep that down. So he can only come to there, or else he uses his levator, his trap, his upper trap. So we're just going, look at the elbow. The elbow's in line with the shoulder, the wrist, and this is where he's moving. And that's about as high as he can go and stay in control. And then he wants to feel the back of the rear delt right here. And eventually then he'll start using more of his mid-trap. But this was, you don't throw on this side, so you never pull this way like you're gonna throw. So this is why, and I talked about this in the other videos I did on him, this is why this gets so underdeveloped in this position, and then it just starts atrophying. But look at how hard that is for him. It's shaking right now on the pole. The pole's moving like this, you just don't see it. But this is why this is so key. I haven't seen him for like almost 6 weeks, so he's just been doing it wrong, and this is another reason why he's not able to fully fix this. Now show the other side real quick. So you can come up as high as you want on this side. And look at the freaking rear delt development on this side. Look, see how his shoulder stays down. It doesn't move backward. So his shoulders are pushing downward, forward as he rolls. And look at the development. Come over top, babe. Freeze right there. Look at that. It's like 3 or almost 4 fingers thick. Now let's go back over to the other side and let's look at the muscle. Come up as high as you can. Man. Yeah, there's no pop. There's no pop. Right there. That's where you can stay in control and stay down. See, if it comes up too high, go ahead. Look at the trap just starts squeezing right here, right? And look at the mid trap. There's no mid trap development here. Why? Because he just shrugs up this way and he uses his levator. So we have to, in order to get his mid trap involved, go ahead. We have to keep that shoulder down and just learn how to keep this shoulder down this way. I need to keep his shoulder pushed down into my hand as he lifts the elbow. Now he's starting to understand, but we don't want that. On the other side, if I keep it, it's basing my shoulders forward and I'm moving this way. So on this side, when he keeps his shoulder forward and he moves, if he starts coming back too far with his elbow, then this shoulder starts shrugging. On his right side, he keeps his elbow forward here. He can move it all the way back like this and maintain that shape. So this is another thing that he's got to fix. So we got two things. And I believe that him doing this one correctly and getting to the right weight loads and getting up farther with the arm like we showed, it'll feed into this. So that's why I think that's just a better exercise overall. Okay, that's good.